Like, why do we take pride in people not from there? Oh, you can't come in here. You can't walk the street without possibly being assaulted. Why is that a point of pride, man? But then out of the other side, I'm out to be like, you know what I'm saying? We gotta keep it safe for the kids, man. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Bolo, coming to you with another video for educational purposes only. Today we're gonna be talking about something that's been going on in these inner cities for way too long and needs to stop. I'm not gonna be the first person to talk about this, but I just feel like I gotta get this off my chest. And the OG epidemic, what a lot of people like to call original gangsters. But for me, personally speaking, OG stands for Old Goofy. These men should not be held in any kind of reverence, high esteem, looked at and copied in any manner. These are men that still think like teenagers in more ways than one. They live life like there is no kind of responsibility or duty to their community, themselves, their children. They literally follow organizations that were started by kids. Now, you're a 14, 15-year-old kid, you start a gang, especially, you're young and don't have the direction, you have all this testosterone flowing through your system. I can't even get mad at young boys banding together and rivalries and things like that. But once you become a grown man, you need to let those things go. You need to grow up and realize, wow, this was stupid. You should be 30 years old going, I can't believe I was doing this dumb shit at 16. Remember when you and me ran down there and fought those kids because, they were dating this girl from our school? That's what you should be doing at 30, 40. Laughing at those times that you did dumb shit. Not at 52 like this dude, still acting like you are a 16, 17-year-old boy. And then you have young men who look at them and say, I want to be like that. Everyone respects him. The terrible cycle.
OG Percy, I just got a couple more questions for you.
Okay, let's go to
one of your sons.
All right.
Is a blood.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you ever talked about him.
Mind you, he's a Crip, a 52-year-old Crip. I don't know if he's still active or not, but he's definitely reveling in his, past gangsterdom from being a Crip in Texas. Mind you, like I said, this is a 15-year-old man who joined an organization from California, or a gang from California started by teenagers. Okay?
On camera. I remember we did on Lil Jon.
Yeah. He stood on our side on the John. That's my baby, Jamal. Shout out to my son, Molly Miles. Free my baby, man. 15 egg, man.
Yeah.
He just, he wasn't mentioned. So y'all right, I got 5 sons locked up now.
Yeah.
He's got 5 sons locked up. Look at that face. One, I wouldn't even be putting my face on camera if I failed that terribly as a father. I damn sure wouldn't be grinning.
Well, when you got the word that he chose the other side, how did that make you feel? As you do know,
I was proud of him.
And another thing, the fact that the interviewer, Real Tune TV, his contention or what he thinks is the controversy is that his son chose the other gang. Not the fact that he even chose to be in a gang, shows the extreme failure by the older generation. Not the fact that it's not, hey, when you found out that he wanted to become a gang member or he joined the gang, how did you feel? It's like, how did you feel that he joined the other side? Right there, inherently, it just shows how lost we are.
I'm proud of him. He learned something. He learned from his daddy. Tales from a Crip. I grew up in Eastwood.
Good Lord.
Right? Better known as Eastwood Pyrus. Better known as Eastwood Pyrus.
E-Dub-P.
The E-Dub-P, that's what it was. Wasn't no E-Dub-C shit. You better not get caught with nothing on blue, nothing. I grew up in the Piru neighborhood, Eastwood.
Okay.
before the blue came.
Right now.
All right, so he grew up in a blood neighborhood. Another gang started in on the West Coast that found its way to Texas, where grown men adopted these gangs that were started by kids. And all of a sudden inherited a beef that they had no part of taking. All of a sudden, because these people came here with this gang, they all of a sudden hate each other. That's unbelievable.
Next to Stop 6.
Right next to Stop City. It just blends in. It's not even a next to it. It just blends on in with it like a neighborhood. You don't even know you out of Eastwood.
That's why they say 6 and 8 running mates.
That's what it is. It blends right in together. But all that's a blood territory. Well, the street I came up on is right in the heart of all of it.
The equator.
The equator.
Miller and
Berry
Berry.
and Miller. Miller and Berry. Take your home if you scary. Don't come on Miller and Berry.
And that's another thing. We need to stop taking pride in the fact that we live in inhabitable neighborhoods. Like, why do we take pride in people not from there? Oh, you can't come in here. You can't walk the street without possibly being assaulted. Why is that a point of pride, man? But then out of the other side, I'm out to be like, you know what I'm saying? We gotta keep it safe for the kids, man. And give me a fucking break with these old ass goofies.
But on that note is,
Say something, spit it out.
I told my son, I'm gonna be a Crip because everybody in the neighborhood is Bloods. I want to be different. I didn't want to be like the around me. I just feel like everybody was safe. I feel like when you gang banging, there's supposed to be some danger in it. So everybody in the
You want to be different by joining a gang. How about just not being in the gang? That's as opposite as you could get. You really want to be different, it would be like, oh, y'all are all in the gang, I'm gonna be solo dolo. I'm my own man. That's being different, not joining the other gang. You're doing the same thing. You just put on a different uniform, that's it. You're not different at all. You throw up your little hand signs, you do all the same, you do the same thing. You're literally the same people from the same neighborhood. You just decided, I think blue's prettier than red. That's your difference.
neighborhood getting partners and cool, everybody turn into Blood. Oh man, what an action. What an action.
Where's the action?
I want to be, I don't never want to be nothing fake. So what I did was, I got put down on the other side. I'm saying that to say this, I didn't want to be like everybody else.
But you were.
My son learned that out daddy. Everything he came up around was crippy. Yeah. And I told him that I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to be different. And my son took that.
Or at least start your own gang. You don't want to be like everyone else, but you adopted a gang from California as a Texan. If that's not trying to be like everybody else, I don't know what is.
And ran with it. He don't want to be like Crips, like everybody on Little John is. He don't want to be such a, cause you can't do that now. Daddy, I'm just saying though. Yeah.
Did it ever create conflict between him, you know, his siblings?
Boy. See, when they say blood is thicker than water, you gotta install it in your kids. See, my babies, man, I can say I did a hell of a job. I smile when I think about it. I did
This man said, I smiled and I did a hell of a job.
a hell of a job as a parent.
As a parent.
I knew how to keep them together as friends.
So because his sons don't want to kill each other because of this arbitrary picking of gangs, because let's be honest, at least in California, they had the Crips and the Bloods were created in opposition because these other people said, look, we don't want to be a part of your gang, but we need some kind of protection. So they formed their own gang to combat the Crips. in Texas, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Y'all just picked it arbitrarily. There is no reason for one, the gangs to even be there. Two, you picking whatever really makes no sense. There's no real rhyme or reason. It's not like the Crips was terrorizing your neighborhood and you made like it wasn't organic. Nothing about it's organic.
Coming up as kids, they did everything. I had 5 set of kids.
That's why you would have some kids that are Crip and some are Blood, because they're just picking sides at that point. There's nothing real behind it.
We're in another 5 over here. My regular 5 and my oldest 5 come visit on the weekend. I had 10 got kids everywhere, plus 4 step kids.
10 kids plus 4 step kids.
I am the real daddy daycare. You hear me? Every weekend, for real. For real, for real.
That's disgusting.
But once you install love inside your kid's heart, man, ain't no color or nothing can come between that. Nothing. Tell them a crib. I had a partner, Pee Wee and Broderick. They grew up on.
I just want to emphasize, I said it already, but this man is 52 years old. Let that sink in. This man is 52 years old.
Pilgrim Valley apartments next to Prince Hall and Park Terrace on the south side. And we were best friends. We were partners to the end. I'm talking about my buddy, and me. You hear me? Then colors came. And I see my partner flamed up. And I'm gonna smoke it.
How ridiculous does that sound? So basically, neither of these gangs existed when you was coming up with your partner. And all of a sudden, for literally no real reason, y'all picked 2 different sides, and now there's this urge to kill him or somebody he's close with that probably did nothing to you.
I was supposed to smoke it, but my heart wouldn't let me. I love my partner Broderick. Shout out to Broderick Wilson and Pee Wee Wilson, man. 2, they went different ways when we came up in different hoods. They came up in our Crip neighborhood. Pilgrim Valley. Pilgrim Valley, they don't get no better than that. They come down the gang. They became Bloods. When I see my partner flamed on and f***ed me up, man, I'm like, God, cool. But one thing I knew, my partner knew they was square business like me. They my friends. Talking about, we been fighting, punching at us since we were kids in the room with each other. It's a shame that we let some things get to us, but the real ones, when we say real, let me tell you something about a real one.
A real one wouldn't even join this shit as a grown man. This is kid shit. Especially because it's not like someone died yet. I'll just pick these hoods and these gangs. It's unbelievable. Like, in my brain, I can't wrap my head around it.
I don't give a what you going through on the other side with somebody. When that's your friend, that's your friend to the end. When y'all family, you family to the end. Ain't nothing can come between there. And I taught my kids that.
So then you're not a real gangbanger.
Like that was a thing to do. I said, cuz, don't y'all know you can't be don't be taking them over to all them blood shit.
Look, then you're not a real gangbanger, and the gang isn't a real thing. If you put on that rag and you hate this dude because of the gang that he's affiliated with, then you gotta stand on it. But if you're gonna make passes because that's actually your friend, then it actually shows how meaningless the gang is. It shows how meaningless it actually is.
That's how my other son say, man, don't be taking them over to all them Crips shit. But you couldn't tear them apart for nothing. Never ever caused a conflict between them. And that's what I thank God that I knew I raised some real ones when they never let the ways of the world come. God, you show going hard today. When they that sister never let the ways of the world come between their lives as kids and friends and partners. They never did. And I'm glad that when I seen that in life, I said, yeah, they got it made. They got it made. They got it made. They got it made. Gang, we one thing you have to understand, I didn't install gang in my kids' head at home. One thing y'all gotta understand, my kids couldn't play with guns at the house. I didn't buy a cap gun, a water gun, or a BB gun. Nah, none of this shit. We didn't play this. You better not even pick up a stick and act like there's a gun around me. I didn't play that.
This fake righteous moral bullshit, that's another thing I can't stand. Like, they'll perpetuate violence, throw up gang signs, this, that, and then want to act like, oh yeah, but I had this moral side and I never let them even do nothing. But still, they seen it. They're kids. They're not stupid. They see what's going on outside. And you and your whole set in neighborhood, along with the other side, did the same thing and fucked these kids up.
That's how PMG, the steppers, the ones that got them all now, that's how they was raised. Jamal and them, the ones, my kids being Bloods, being Crips, you play that outside the house. We don't play that in the house. Hello?
Bravo.
I said, we play that outside the house, because like I said, what goes outside ain't the same thing come in. When I went outside, I act the ass. When I come back in the house, I gotta read scripture. Yes, ma'am, mama, ma'am. Person get in, yes, ma'am. You done do them dishes, go outside. What's up, cuz, man? That over there, get down about the go back in the house. Ma'am, get them dishes done, person. Yes, ma'am, I got it done, mama. So what's taught in the house, stays in the house.
There was nothing deep about that. Nothing was deep or profound about what he said. He's trying to make it sound like, oh yeah, we real for that. No, you're not. No, you're not.
So if my son turned Crip and one of them turned Blood, y'all know, y'all handle that shit outside the house, but the love won't tear kids apart, man. It don't tear them apart. You got a lot of Bloods on the other side love each other right now today. I guarantee you, it's a Crip that'll kill you over his Blood partner. I guarantee you, it's a Blood that'll kill you right now over their Crip partner. Right now today. That was something unheard of. Ask me how I know. Tell me, make it make sense. Come on, hit me, please.
Yeah, please make it make sense, because none of it does. Either the gang is real and there's an actual hatred, or it means nothing. And y'all are just picking sides because you like this gang more, or it just something about it. Maybe it's the color, maybe it's, you know, who the leaders are, whatever made you gravitate towards it. But it's in all reality fake, at least over here in Texas. In California, it's a little different, but even still, them old goofies need to be let go as a whole. Them kids need to stop caring about what them old people did so long ago. They need to stop and putting on for their hoods and all this other bullshit and throwing them barbecues and all that garbage, man. Like, let that shit go. Let it go for once and for all. I want to see these pages, these YouTube channels, interview some intellectual like black people. Maybe a CEO of a company. Interview them. Go through their childhood. The things that they went through and how they made it out. Interview them. Don't these jailbirds. Like, who the fuck cares about who stabbed what? And yeah, he was in cell block D over there. You know what I'm saying? He talking to Crispy P over there, and Crispy P had the shank on him and stabbed him. Bruh, come on, man. You've been telling these war stories for how long? And you came out with what? A pack of cigarettes and ramen? Like, come on, man. Ridiculous.
How you know, OG?
No, give me the.
Make it make sense.
Because I done seen these riding together doing drive-bys with each other. Hello! You got 3 Crips in the car and 2 Bloods in the car. Just went and killed the Crip. You got 3 Crips in the car and 4 Bloods in the car. Just went and killed the.
Yeah, so y'all should just put y'all flags down then at that point, because this shit's fake as hell. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Are you one of these people that look at a guy like this and say, damn, I can't wait till I'm at that OG status, triple OG? Or you like, get these fucking losers out the name. Honestly, I wish they would lock all these motherfuckers up and they could just die in jail or something. And hopefully these kids can start from scratch. I don't know what the answer is. I just know they are not, because they've been basically around for a good 30, 40 years and things have not gotten better. All right, but that's my thoughts on this. Let me know what yours are. I'm out.